Hello, everybody. This is Steven with Cannin.com, and thank you for joining us for another technical analysis session, our deep dive into the pricing chart and its analysis. This week we're looking at Terra Tech, TRTC on the OTC ticker. Let's jump over to the pricing chart now. So you'll see Terra Tech, we're zoomed out into the end of last year. You'll see it was a rough year for them, rough year for everybody, but in particular them. They had a lot of changes in staffing and rolling back. And you can see around 18 cents down into 16 cents. This was trading into the new year. The optimism that caught the industry also brought up Terra Tech. They spiked up in early February, up to 80 cents actually. They gave a lot of it back right away, down to about 50 cents. And since then, it's been kind of back to normal, giving about 50% of that back, and that's where we see it now, around 25 cents. They did have an earnings call in March, standardized at 12 cents, which is interesting because in 2020 they lost about $30 million, and so we'll see what they can do now. They did kind of announce a big acquisition with some strong management names involved. So please take a look at this week's fundamental analysis in the Cannin Chronicle, and you can sign up for that at Cannin.com. We're looking at the MACD. You guys have seen this many times. The MACD is blue, the signal is orange. So strength, we can see the blue line is above the orange line, the signal line here. We do see that cross on February 17th. The price was 41 cents. And since then, it's dropped. What has the MACD done? It's stayed below the entire time. We're going to zoom way in, and you can see what happened just on the 21st of April here, a couple days ago. We had a cross back over the signal line, but we had to zoom way in because they're almost superimposable. It's really hard to tell which one is which. So we're going to watch that closely to see if that's a real signal or a false signal. If we see the slope change and the blue line really take off away from the orange line, we're going to interpret that as a sign of strength. Right now it's possible strength, possible weakness. The reason why it's still possible weakness is, look, it's below zero, below the horizontal axis here. We're going to watch for that to not only change its slope, but to cross zero. That's kind of our double signal there. So we'll back out again, and you can see we're looking at the Aroon up and down again, and just to show you, the up is orange. So kind of reverse coloring of the MACD. You can see the up was above the down line for much of this price gain and drop. And then we've had a couple switches, and since the end of March, the Aroon down has really had all the power. The sellers are really driving the market here. And so a sign of weakness from the Aroon. Also the commodity channel index, the CCI, and we've seen this many times too, so we're looking at positive 100 to negative 100. Look how strong it was, up at 286 during this huge spike in price. Since then, we did have some of the opposite effects, minus 240. That's pretty extreme on the lower end of the CCI. Currently, we are within our bounds, definitely towards the lower end, minus 74, so minus 82 actually currently. So a sign of weakness here, and you can see it's getting weaker, where it's actually decreasing day over day. So pretty interesting, the TRTC story. There are some rosy parts in the fundamental analysis, and please take a look at that. A lot of weakness here in the short-term charts. Let's switch over to the hour chart and see if that story is the same. Pretty weak here, minus 76. The Aroon down is definitely over the Aroon up. And you can see that we're below the signal line on the MACD. So multiple time points are telling us that there's some short-term weaknesses here. All three indicators are lining up on both time points. We recommend a little bit of weakness here in the future, in the short-term future of Terra Tech. But please see what the medium and long-term holds for 2021 in the fundamental analysis. Let us know in the comments what you liked, what you learned, and any companies that you want us to take a fresh look at. Happy trading, everybody.